So in my humble opinion, this is what Call of Duty should be. No jump packs, no health bars, none of that junk. But that doesn't mean there isn't some minor problems and big problems with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But I had a lot of fun with this game. Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to my Call of Duty Modern Warfare review, the new Call of Duty game that, again, like World War II, brings back Call of Duty to its roots, gets rid of all of the junk like jetpacks, skills, mechanical suits, and more favor of a slower paced, tactical Call of Duty. But is Call of Duty Modern Warfare worth your time? Will Activision add loot boxes later or stick to the Battle Pass system? What are the pros and cons of Call of Duty Modern Warfare? I'll be answering all this and more in this video. So first up, let's talk about the wonderful Call of Duty Modern Warfare campaign. Now, as I do with a lot of video games, I like to put it on the hardest difficulty, so I chose for my first playthrough of the campaign on realism, and man oh man did I die really fast. But that's not a bad thing. Realism forces you to second guess if there's enemies around the corner, or if you should peek around the corner and kill the enemy on the ledge, or risk being killed in 2 shots, or wait for your health to regenerate. And oftentimes you'll find that you won't even have a chance to do this because the AI on realism is not really too dumb. Sometimes will actually come behind you and even trick you at times. Now, fair warning for some people who may be a bit squeamish, there are scenes in Call of Duty campaign that may be unsettling for some, but for me it's more of an immersive experience. It's the one that heightens the quality of Call of Duty Modern Warfare's campaign, even with Clean House being the most memorable mission to play. For me anyways. Add in the fabulous graphics even on the base PS4 and some really good voice acting and character moments and you have one hell of a Call of Duty campaign. Now that's not to say that it didn't have its over-the-top action that Call of Duty campaigns are famous for, that's still there, but there's a lot of smaller moments that made the campaign much more enjoyable, and those are the moments that I love. And I think it's the over-the-top missions that really hurt the campaign a bit. They're kind of boring and generic and aren't really too fun to play with, especially on realism if you keep on dying. It's a bit frustrating, but once you get past them and get to those really good missions, it makes it all worth it getting past that hard part. But it's not all sunshine and daisies for the Call of Duty campaign. Now this could be taken as a positive or a negative technically, and that is that the campaign was a little too short. It leaves you wanting more, and the ending mission felt a little unsatisfying. To be honest, the final mission was a bit boring, but other than those small complaints, which aren't really complaints really in my opinion, it was a wild and fun ride on this campaign. But I'm guessing you want to hear about the multiplayer, the big prized feature of Call of Duty and pretty much any Call of Duty that's been released. It's the multiplayer. That's what keeps people sticking around for the Call of Duty games. And I have to say there are some positive and negatives about the Call of Duty campaign. It's pretty much a mixed bag, but let's start on the negatives first. Rip that band-aid off real quick and then we can get to the good stuff. So first off, I think it's been already said in many Call of Duty reviews, but there are campers everywhere. There are maps like Taft Bridge, and it's one of the worst maps that are full of campers. Essentially, whoever takes control of that bridge and caps the hell out of it wins. You cannot do anything. As soon as you spawn, you will get sniped or hit by a grenade or grenade launcher or something that will just end your life in the game. Now, not only that, but I noticed there are a lot of wide open areas in a lot of these maps, and that's a huge problem. You could take 2 steps into one of the wide open areas without being gunned down. The boards feel like they were built for camping pretty much, and they punish you if you don't camp. Add in some of the perks that give you 2 claymores and resupply ammo, and you've got yourself a huge camping problem. Now this is sort of a double edge for campers because the open levels leave some places so you can flank them and kill them that way, but there are some spots like the infamous tunnel that require a sacrifice or 2 of your teammates to kill the camper. I also feel that I play a lot on the same maps, not just Ground Wars, which only has 2 maps. I think if there were better map rotations and more maps with better designs like the classic 3-lane Call of Duty maps, I think it would be much better. Apparently more maps have been leaked, so hopefully we'll get some new cool maps and maybe even some old maps coming back to Modern Warfare. Now on the positive side of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer, and wow, there are some really good ones here. First off, the customization in this game is amazing, especially for your guns. I'm constantly unlocking new perks, grenades, attachments, and a lot more. It gives you a sense of progression that is sorely needed in any multiplayer game. You can spend hours upon hours unlocking new SMGs, SMGs, sniper rifles, scopes, silencers, and a much more, all which help you in some way or another, or don't help you because sometimes it can have negative effect. Nothing really seems too overpowered in the game, but there are some guns that are obviously the best choice and some that are not the best choice. But there really wasn't one gun that I kept getting killed by. The variety is there, and as they add more guns, I hope the balance stays and they kind of tweak it a bit to make it much better. I think the reason why it feels more balanced than say past Call of Duties is the time to kill. It is very quick, but not too quick to where you feel like you get cheated out of kills, unless you're talking about campers, which screw those guys. Now, the Call of Duty multiplayer in Modern Warfare has a lot of cool modes, like Realistic, where it strips you of everything. No map, no HUD, just raw gameplay, much like Realism on the campaign, or Ground Wars with these huge 32 versus 32 epic battles that are incredibly fun to play. They have these huge vehicles that can be pretty dangerous if you don't take them out, but not too overpowered to where you can't take them out by yourself. Now, there are other modes like Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, and other modes like 2v2, but I stuck to Ground Wars and Realism, and sometimes I hopped in random matchmaking to mix it up a bit, but all these modes utilizes Call of Duty's more slower paced gameplay. Because time to kill is so fast, peeking around the corner, using stun grenades, and staying as close to your teammates as possible can be beneficial than lone wolfing it. It also seems like it's better to go slower than past Call of Duties, and it'll help you in the long run, especially when you're trying to get those kill streaks. So we talked about some good, we talked about some bad, but what does Call of Duty Modern Warfare get? Well, I'd have to give this year's Call of Duty an 8.5 out of 10. This is a great step in the right direction to bringing back the Call of Duty that I personally loved back in the day, and a lot of other people love, and they just made Call of Duty fun again, for the most part. Campers still kind of get me really mad. Hopefully microtransactions don't ruin this game, but I'm sure we will know that answer in a couple months, and if that answer does change, I will leave a pinned comment in the comment section below warning people about any further microtransactions that are going to be in this game, which the idea that I got from that was from Dreamcast Guy. So what did you guys think about Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you not care? Tell me what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to Robo Gaming for more video game reviews, which the next one is going to be a Luigi's Mansion 3 video game review. So make sure you're subscribed for that and have that notification bell on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.